you like this? Maybe that sort of thing. Maybe a little bit of that. You are gonna love this. This is the Toyota GR Yaris, and it's the type of car that doesn't seem to get built very often anymore. A homologation special. They come out when a manufacturer has to produce a certain number of a particular model for the public in order to race one in a motorsport series. In the GR Yaris's case, the FIA World Rally Championship. We have been treated to several excellent performance cars over the years as a result of homologation rules. So yay for rules! I have to say, I love how this car looks. It's very small and dinky by today's standards, but it's kind of low and squat and muscular, you know? I do like this big giant gob at the front that's just ready to breathe in all of the air. Now at the back, the roofline is actually 10 centimetres lower than the regular Yaris. You also get a diffuser and these pumped up haunches that house the rear wheels. Now you may have noticed that the rear door from the regular Yaris is missing. In fact, it's only the front and rear lights and the wing mirrors that are the same from the regular Yaris. I mean, it's very lean and just purposeful, isn't it? So does it drive just as good as it looks? Well, before we find out, like, subscribe and bell button. Oh, thank you. The GR in GR Yaris stands for Gazoo Racing, Toyota's motorsport and performance brand. And wow, they have been busy. Under the bonnet is a 3-cylinder 1.6-litre petrol engine that produces 257 brake horsepower and can get the car from 0 to 62 in 5.5 seconds. There's 4-wheel drive, a 6-speed manual gearbox, an automatic isn't even an option, plus upgraded suspension and brakes. Some of the bodywork is made from aluminium to save weight, and there's even a polymer and carbon fibre roof. Oh boy, I've had this car for a few days now. And it is so much fun. There is so much to love about how this car drives. I very much doubt you're going to have much more fun in any other car that costs 30 grand or less, or more for that matter. Let's have a bit of fun on this corner. Yes! So a 3-cylinder engine might seem a little bit underwhelming, but 257 brake horsepower in a car of this size I think fits it pretty perfect, because not only does it make it go super duper quick in a straight line, but I mean the character of the car just encourages you to hold on to the gears just that little bit longer, build up the revs just that little bit more before changing up. See, the bulk of the engine's pulling power comes above 3,000 RPM, so it just tempts you to thrash it just that little bit more, which I haven't been doing, honestly. I've been treating it very nicely. Yes! So, the 4-wheel drive system means that the GR Yaris handles very differently to front-wheel drive alternatives like the Fiesta ST or the i20N. So this little knob down here lets you choose between sport, track and normal mode. Now what they do is they alternate where the power is going to be put. So if it's in normal mode, then 70% of the power is going to be in the front wheels. When you've got it in track mode, then it sets it to 50-50. Or when you put it into sport mode, then it puts 70% of the power into the rear wheels, which is the more entertaining setting, I would say. Well, the one I've had the most fun with. Now, traction is really good in all of them, and I have to say, just feels so agile and so nimble, just all of the time. Just so much more fun, so much more adjustable, and a lot more engaging than a front-wheel drive. A lot of GR Yaris buyers will opt for the circuit pack, which adds around £3,000 to the price, but includes front and rear limited slip differentials as well as firmer suspension for even better handling. You also get lighter forged alloy wheels and red brake calipers. Given the character of the car and the relatively small difference the pack will make to your monthly payments, it seems like a worthwhile extra to us, and one that will probably improve the car's value if you ever decide you want to sell it. And to be honest, I wouldn't blame you if you didn't want to. I mean, not only are the engine and the handling great, but also the steering is just excellent. The gear change is absolutely lovely. The ride quality, while a little bit firm, means that the car always feels very poised and just ready to change direction whenever you want it to. The brakes are taken from the latest Supra, so yeah, you guessed it, they're excellent. Overall, I don't think you could want any more from a hot hatch, performance-wise. And with the official economy figure of 34.3 miles per gallon, honestly, what more could you want? It actually drives better than it looks. The GR Yaris might owe its existence to rallying, but it's not a stripped-out, uncomfortable shell inside. An 8-inch infotainment system is standard and comes with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. You get dual-zone climate control, a leather steering wheel and keyless go. An optional convenience pack adds a range of extra luxuries, including a JBL sound system, sat-nav, front and rear parking sensors and a head-up display. Though strangely, you can't combine the convenience pack with the circuit pack. Now you also get these very nice suede upholstered sports seats that are very comfortable, very good at holding you in place when you're whizzing the car into corners. It's just a bit of a shame that you can't put the seats down a bit more, but generally, I like the interior. All the fits and finishes all feel very nice. Everything's nice and easy to use. Climate controls, we all know I'm a big fan of the physical twisty-do dials. Now, Toyota's infotainment system isn't the most intuitive, and you don't get sat-nav included. You do have to opt for the convenience pack for that. It's going to cost you an extra £2,000. But let's be honest, most people are just going to plug in their phones and use the maps that way. Oh, unusually, we don't have digital dials in here, but there's a certain purity to it in a car like this. It just feels right, you know? And when a car drives this good, I don't really care about digital dials. So there. The car will seem distinctly less fun if you're ever offered a lift and have to clamber into the back. The GR Yaris isn't available as a 5-door, which is where the cars like the Fiesta ST and the i20N have an advantage. So it's harder to get people or child seats into the rear seats, and once you're back there, it's pretty dark and there isn't much in the way of head or legroom. Now around the back here, things don't improve in the practicality department. This rear windscreen gives you very limited visibility when you're sat in the driver's seat, and the boot, well, you've got 174 litres, which is down from 281 litres in the regular Yaris, so that's because of various bits and bobs that have been accommodated underneath the boot floor. So yeah, it's more suited to soft bags. I mean, it survived my supermarket shop, but you know, the rear seats fold down 60-40, so there is a bit more room should you need it, which you probably will. Dealmakers and deal breakers coming your way in 3, 2, 1. The GR Yaris is a brilliant performance car that's more fun to drive than virtually all of its rivals. Some hot hatchbacks can look brash, but this one manages to be mean and purposeful without seeming over the top. A starting price of around 30 grand might seem a lot for a Yaris, but once you've driven the car, it almost seems cheap. The rear seats are hard to access and pretty uncomfortable, and the boot is very small. Oh, what a great car. I mean, they're making these rally for road specials less and less these days, and this GR Yaris is just proof of how great they can be. It has got buckets of personality. It is absolutely brilliant to drive, and given that as of 2030 we won't be able to buy any pure petrol powered cars anymore, this feels like a little gem that should be cherished while it can. I mean, yeah, the Fiesta ST and the i20N are a bit cheaper and more practical, but they're not as fast and they're not as fun and they don't feel as special. If you like this video, then why not watch our review of the Ford Puma ST or our Hot Hatchbacks playlist. Thanks for watching.